Alrighty, guys, welcome to week 1,
Guys,
coaching in June, and I have a special guest with me. So, you all know him. Justin's on today because we're going to talk about some things. It's kind of one of those things, like there's nothing new under the sun, but this business does require us to get better at the skill sets, right? And this business is not just skill set, it's also mindset, right? And so today we're going to specifically talk, or I'm going to specifically talk about skill set that I feel like everyone needs to just be reminded of. And Justin's going to talk a little bit about goal setting and some things he's been sharing with some different teams on our team about this month. So I am going to show you really quickly my wall. I don't know if you guys saw my post from earlier, but can you guys all see that? Everyone's like hiding right now. There's
yes.
no one. No, I don't see any faces. Anyways, y'all might be busy. Oh, there's Jamie's face. Okay, so I have a whole wall, a whole door, and I still need to get my 15 by 15 Post-its up for some of the Jewel teams on my team. But basically what I have up on my wall is a map. And I'm realizing how important it is to have a plan and a map. And I've done various forms of mapping and being organized and things like that. But I just wanted to share with you guys, if you don't have your Post-its posted for the 6th you're going to enroll this month, make sure you post it where they're going to stare at you every single day. And that cheesy post that everyone posted last night, go do it because it's working. Sometimes cheesy works. So I have like 10 conversations or more going from that, and I also have more conversations because some of my new people posted that and I'm helping them help their people. So, and I did sign up Emily last night based on that post, so I have 5 left to go. Justin's getting ready to sign up a lady tonight for the business, and she's already got people ready to go and sign up.
But I have talked to her. I've actually invested with her company. She runs a real estate company, so she knows where we're at, and I've talked to her for over about 2 years about Plexus. So she's ready finally, and she's already got her list together, and she's ready to go, and she hasn't even signed up yet. So, but the thing is, she has a plan. And it's not just a plan like, yeah, maybe I kind of sort of want to do good. She's like, I have a plan to succeed, and these are the people that I'm going to be reaching out to succeed. So it should be a lot of fun seeing what we can do with her. She's in South Florida. So I'm really interested to see what we can do with in the Spanish communities in South Florida, and maybe even launching into Mexico from where she's at. So it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I think the key is you may end up talking to people for a while, especially people that are joining for a business, because sometimes it takes them a little longer to decide. But you have to be ready for when someone joins your team and they're all in with the business. You need to be doing the things consistently. Let me disable this meeting room thing. The waiting room is annoying. Okay, there we go. So you need to be making sure you're doing the system, doing the work, right? Working your business so that when someone does join you, you have confident posture and you know what to say and how to help them get started strong, right? And that's something I'm going to talk about here in a minute. But if you have never used Post-its for helping people go silver, you need to pick a different color Post-it and post the people that you're going to help go silver. So I have 6 Post-it notes that are lime green that are representing my level 1s, my future level 1s this month. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 so far of level 1s or level 2s that I'm helping go silver this month, or I'm helping them add 6. They're newer people that maybe just joined this month or joined last month. And so if you've never used these for duplication purposes, not just recruitment, I would encourage you to do that, because this business is not just how many people you can sign up. Justin and I were talking about how just because you're good at sales or have a sales background does not mean that you make a good network marketer, because the key to network marketing is that you get duplication happening. And I will be the first to admit, I did not start for a business. I did not come in with a business skill set or a mindset based on business. And I did not necessarily know to even help people start duplicating, because I think a lot of people joined like me. We're starting for products. We're not necessarily joining a business. But what I found is that people will do something if you ask them. And just the making yourself go through that systematic question asking and little system will enable you to develop more people to silver. Okay, but we're not necessarily saying that to them, because we're softly introducing the business side to them. Most people, I mean, I shouldn't say most, but a lot of people that are joining, especially if you have just been posting about products and your health testimony, you're probably not going to be recruiting a lot of business builders unless you're chatting business. Okay, so keep that in mind, because your posture and how you present sharing with people can kind of make or break whether you get duplication happening. And it was actually a really eye-opening experience for me to write out everyone's teams and the potential that I see in their teams, because some people don't have any duplication. So if you are, you know, a gold and you have no silvers, or you're a senior gold and you basically got there by yourself, you have no one that's silver, super silver, or gold, that should be a warning sign to you that you need to invest more time learning the skill set with that. And the skill set is honestly nothing more than knowing the questions to ask. So really quickly, I'm just going to run you through my system for getting someone signed up. So pretend that I reached out to Justin, or maybe he saw a post and he's like, hey, I want to try your pink drink. So I'm going to say, hey, Justin. Hey, Justin, what are your health goals?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what your health goals are?
I would like to, I have, let me think of a doozy. Eczema. I want to get rid of my eczema.
Okay.
How about that?
All right. So you have eczema. Tell me, do you have any seasonal allergies? I mean, these are legit. You can write these questions on. I ask them every single time. Do you have any seasonal allergies? Do you need to lose any weight? Do you have any chronic pain? Do you have any issues with your periods?
Period is solid. But yes, all that. I have all that. And then I have migraines and toenail fungus and
IBS.
halitosis. And what else?
Okay.
That should be about it, I think.
So do you see how I'm asking more questions? I'm not just saying eczema, like being satisfied with eczema, because usually there's more things behind that. So you ask them what their health goals are, and then you lean into their pain points. So you say, tell me about, do you need to lose weight? If they say they do, ask them how much weight. Are we talking 5 to 10 pounds? Are we talking a whole nother person? Okay, I mean, regardless, they need to start the Renew You Essentials pack, but I want to lean into that so I know more. Also, if they have a lot of inflammation, I want to know that, because I want them starting on Active and Ease, right? If they have any sort of allergies, skin issues, or if they actually say, yes, I have bathroom troubles, because that's something I asked them about, then I asking me more specifics about that, but that tells me right there, yep, boom, they have to at least start on the triplex. And I'm going to recommend a $199 pack, because triplex is the core of all of those $199 packs. And so with the whole, yes, I have bathroom issues answer, I will say, hey, do you lean toward constipation or diarrhea? Like, I ask specific questions about that, because I need to know whether we're starting with ProBio 5 first, or we're starting with BioCleanse to get them rolling. You should not get people started if they're already constipated and just start, pushing ProBio 5. They have to be eliminating first before they start scrubbing that stuff out. So do you see how specific I'm getting with my questions? And these are like little back and forth. This takes less than 3 minutes. Like, I'm back and forth shooting questions, they're answering me back. And then at that point I say, okay, well, based on your health goals, this is the pack that I would recommend for you. And I take one of those little pictures from the albums on the team page. You guys hopefully know what that album is. It's all of the welcome packs that are uploaded. It's like the first one down on the left-hand side. Save all this to your phone, or just know that that's where they're at. And then based on their health goals, go recommend a pack. I mean, I pretty much recommend the Renew You Essentials pack, or like the Family Essentials pack, because people that want weight loss, but they also have gut issues, they're not going to see, it's the most comprehensive pack for them, because regardless of whether it's more important that they lose weight or more important that they heal their gut, they're going to see results faster. Actives is going to help them feel amazing right away, right? The triplex is going to be help working on their gut, but also they're going to be working and seeing weight loss because they're doing the shakes and they're doing the MetaBurn. And so do you see how this is going to help them see results a lot quicker than just starting bare bones triplex? And I don't ever put on people, I don't ever even think, oh, they can't afford this. I know some people are really hesitant to recommend the $199 packs, but honestly, guys, people are desperate and people will try stuff in the name of if this will help me lose weight, or hey, if it will help me feel better. Because we have to remember how life was like before Plexus. A lot of us felt crummy. And if it was a $199 pack that's actually discounted right now and the joining fee is only $10, I mean, heck, rebate them the $10 or just use the little wording. You don't even have to offer that. You can just say, hey, guess what? You qualify for a 10% discount code. I will send that over to you so you can get that. And so they're like, oh my word, that's so nice. Yay, I'm so glad I qualified for that. So don't cheapen the products either by like giving them half off or something ridiculous like that, because people will invest in their health. They're investing in a lot of other things in their life, and there's no reason why they can't. Okay, so at that point, I've sent in the little picture and I say, hey, this is the pack that I would recommend for you. Or if there's two, then I might say, hey, this is option one, this is option two. Which one do you prefer? And then usually I'll get the question about price at that point. And sometimes I'll just voice message it over. I'll just say something like, hey, well, the top one is $199 and the bottom one is $99. I have a discount code you qualify for, so that takes 10% off right off the top. I will be happy to I'll be happy to rebate your joining fee, which is only $10 if you order right now, if you order today. And then I just say something like, does this sound like something you'd like to try? So be careful to make sure you're actually asking that closing question. And then at that point, I typically get on the phone, or even sometimes before I share the price with them, I just say, hey, can I call you really quick? It's going to be easier than trying to just text back and forth. And a lot of times they're like, okay, sure. And then I'll hop on the phone and I sign them right there. Okay. Now you're not done when you get someone signed up. A lot of times people they get step one down and it's like they've neglected the whole rest of the process. Okay. And this is maybe where you're getting stuck in your business, especially if you're looking at your team and you're like, oh my word, I haven't had anyone go silver in months. Or I don't have any silvers. And I'm not referring, if you're brand new, you're getting the whole perspective right now. Okay. So you can be working on this as you're starting your team. Okay. Some of us, myself included, we're a little slower to figure out this process, but you need to make it your system for every single person. So after you get them signed up, you're like, oh my word, you're done. We signed you up. Now let me know what your thoughts are. Oh, Max was calling. He's running down the road with a calf.
Oh, hold on.
Okay, maybe call him and see if he needs help.
Samuel.
Anyways, sorry, my train of thought got a little distracted there. I thought it was like a big dog. It's my brother trying to herd this little calf. Anyways, so at that point, we're on the phone and I'm chatting with them. I'm like, or sometimes they can't be on the phone, and so I got them signed up because they sent me their info, and then I say, or sometimes they prefer to do it themselves. But anyways, I message them. I'm like, okay, here's your login information. Your auto ship is going to bump out in a month. The cool thing is you have access to the Plexus Loyalty Rewards program, which is going to give you credits for being consistent. And so you'll be able to go pick free products. Plus, you have opportunity to make commission. So I would love to hear if you have thought of anyone that could totally benefit from Plexus. And then just be quiet and listen. The other thing is, sometimes I just say, hey, do you have a ride or die friend? Like, do you have someone that you would do this with? Because I tell them you will be actually more successful on your products if you have someone to do it with. It's kind of like me deciding I need to exercise every day. I'm a lot more consistent if I have at least one person to do it with. So what are your thoughts about that? And usually they'll give some positive feedback. Like, well, I think my mother-in-law actually would do this with me. And then I'll just say, well, can you call them up real quick and just ask them? So you're starting that duplication. You're starting the thought process of who else can we help? And typically before I get off the phone with them or after I get them signed up, I'll just say, hey, and a lot of times this is all in voice message if I'm not actually on the phone with them. And I'll say, hey, if I sent you what to say, would you make a quick post on Facebook? that is really key, because I think a lot of people say that they try to help their person post, but they just kind of throw it out there as a suggestion. They don't actually have any like skin in the game to help them do it. But that little nuance in wording will drastically increase your success at getting people to post. So this is the wording you need to say. Hey, I'm so excited for you. If I send you what to say, would you make a quick little post on Facebook? And then tag me in the comments. And then they'll be like, oh yeah, sure. I mean, most people say yes to that. And so then you're gonna type out, hey, I'm so excited. I'm starting some natural supplements my friend Megan told me about. It's helped her with her gut issues, helped her son with eczema, and her husband doesn't have joint pain anymore. I'm really excited about this because I need to drop some weight and I need to get rid of migraines. I'm just making stuff up. You see the core of that message, and then you say, who wants to try it with me? And that's what you're going to type up in a tiny little paragraph, and you're going to send it over to them. And then underneath, you're going to say, okay, now go post this with a picture of yourself and the kids, or, you know, a selfie, and then tag me in the comments. Let me know when you do it. Okay. And so follow up with them also if you don't see it right away. Just be like, hey, did you make that post? Maybe I missed it. Okay. So it's totally okay to follow back up and check on them. So I wanted to go over that process because it is so crucial that we're talking to each and every person about just sharing with people, okay? And it starts with that natural little flow of conversation. But you just have to remember this flow, this system. Make a post, make a list, message, invite. Make a post, make a list, message, invite. It's very, very simple. But if you're more systematic in how you think and how you approach each and every person, you're gonna have a lot more success helping them go silver. So after they make a post, okay, so we're not done with this process. And I've been doing this with people and it's working, okay? So after they make a post, then I'll say, oh my word, I loved your post. You help them work it. Now, some people are gonna naturally be intuitive and be like, oh yeah, I just messaged so-and-so, she wanted, you know, info on it. Some people will leave those little, hey, tell me more info. Some people will leave those questions hanging, and you don't want them to be hanging. So you need to say, hey, go right on that post, hey, I'll PM you. And then you need to get in a three-way message with that person and the new person and ask the questions that you just did for the other person that you just got signed up. Does that make sense? And what you're going to be doing is teaching them how to ask the questions, make the product recommendation, get them signed up, and help them make a post. Do you see how this process starts to duplicate? In your efforts, yes, you're going to be spending more time initially, but you're also not waiting for people to catch the vision and by osmosis hope that they want to go silver, because most aren't going to do that. They just won't. Your retention skyrockets when you help people have success on the products, get plugged into the community of Plexus, and help them make money right away. So after they make a post, then you're going to say, hey, okay, this is step 2. They don't know it's step 2, but you're working them through this process. Hey, would you be game for just grabbing a piece of blank paper and like take 5 minutes and just jot down like a list of 5 to 10 names of people that you feel like could benefit? Like, what are your thoughts on that? Would you be game for doing that? And if they are, then say, okay, well, cool. Well, when you get that list made, screenshot it to me. And I actually will say, hey, before you go to bed tonight, do you think that you could do it? Like, it's only gonna take you 5 minutes. And sometimes I do put on their scanner on their brain, just like, who are your ride or die friends? Like, do you have a mother-in-law, sister-in-law, you know, mom, BFF, hubby that would just do it because you asked them to? I mean, don't neglect the fact that don't miss out on the people that are the easy people. The way I did it was I posted on Facebook, and it was like a couple months in, my mom's like, what is this Plexus stuff? Like, I think I need that. And she would have been an easy one for me to sign if I would have just asked her, right? So you have to help people think of those like ride or die people that would do it because you asked them. So they're going to make a post, and then they're going to make a list. And then the next thing that you're going to do is either help them send messages to those people and give them wording examples. And it could be something like, hey, hey friend, I don't know if you saw my post about Plexus, but I'm starting these all natural supplements and I'm really excited, and I need a couple friends to do it with me. Would you be game? That's as simple as it can be, okay? And then they're gonna put, when that person responds like, sure, or you're like, what's the info? Tell me the scoop. And then they're gonna put you in a three-way message so that you, with the person with more of the skill set, can talk to them, okay? At that point also, I say, hey, well, you have that list. Why don't you let me do a little Facebook party for you? It's just like a 30-minute event. It's super simple. I either do that or I do one of those 20-minute health Zooms. I just share my story, share a little bit about the product, and then help people get signed up afterwards. It's just face-to-face like this. So does that make sense on that whole system of how we help people go sober? I just did this with Brittany, and Brittany signed her 3rd last night, and she's going to get ready to sign her other 3 because we're going to get her that double stimulus. And we're already scheduled for one of her girls to do an event on Monday. So do you see, so she's talking to her people about, hey, let's get you 3 friends and we'll do a little event for you. So it's that if I would you, if I send you, right? It sends your invite system, but you can use it within your team also. So anyways, just wanted to share my Post-it note system that's working. I'm very visual, so this like clicks with my brain. To not just use it for potentials. Hello, I'm 5 years in, and why did this never click for me? But like, put on other note cards, like who are you helping go sober? And you need to be asking all your wholesale people. Hopefully you guys have been on the power hours where we've been systematically working through people in the virtual office, your level ones that love their products, but maybe they've never shared before. Sarah Chassie has someone that she added like 40 people to her team last month and went senior gold, and she's working on going Ruby this month. She has someone on her team that's been on her team for like several years that just came out of the woodwork, like, I'm ready to share now. So you can't assume that just because someone told you no 2 years ago, but they're still loving their products, right? Maybe they're ready to share now. So you need to comb back through those people and just have a simple invite message for hey, I'm helping people earn that extra stimulus this month. I was just curious if there's anyone that we could help this month, or hey, I'm helping people earn that little referral bonus. Do you know of 3 friends that would like to do this? And so sometimes it'll just open up and spark a conversation where you can just lean a little bit more into, their thoughts if they're open to share, or let you share through them, right? Where you're basically like tapping into their network and they're just referring people, funneling people. You could even say like, I'm wanting to, actually I recommended this to Hannah because she has someone on her team who doesn't need a business. Like, she's a high-fluting medical professional person, but she signed up a couple people just, by chatting, like, oh, I take Plexus and that's what I take. And I said, well, you know what? I bet someone like her would totally be game for do like just a referral thing, where if you said, hey, Karen, I know that you've signed up a couple of people with Plexus, and this month my goal is to help 10 people get that referral bonus. And I know that there's people that that could totally benefit from Plexus. Would you be open if I hosted a little Facebook party for you? Would you be game for inviting 10 to 20 friends that you think could benefit? What's your thoughts? You're just asking if they're open. You see how this is, you're just asking the questions. And by doing that, you're going to have some people not respond. You're going to have some people that say yes, and you're going to have some people that say no or have some sort of objection. And sometimes with those no people, you're able to actually get them to say yes. So that's I hope that helps. But I kind of wanted to talk through my system on how I help people do the things. Because sometimes if you're like me, where you're just assuming that people are going to see what you're doing, or they're going to see the team page, or they're going to see your chat thread where you post in there, hey, I'm helping people do this. It has to be very, very personal connection, face-to-face, or phone call, or Facebook Messenger, not in a group text, not in a group message, not in a group page. I mean, you may catch a few people, but you're going to get a lot more response if you're personally invested in asking specific questions to individual people. Okay, that was a lot. Do you guys have any specific questions about that? If you have specific questions about that, feel free to put it in the comments. Okay, we're going to move on to Justin's portion of the coaching call, because I think this is really important stuff about goal setting and being specific and strategic in our businesses, right, and with whatever our plan is.
Right. So one thing I always want to say about goal setting really fast, I'm going to cover this because they don't teach this stuff in school. So we have to kind of figure it out as we go. They should teach goal setting in class and school. And so again, they don't. So we have to learn. We have to learn right where we're at. And This is a book. The Bible is my favorite book, but this might be my second favorite book of all time. It's called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. There you go. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It was written probably 85 years ago. Let me see. This is important. 1937 copyright. 1937. So it's one of my favorite books that I have read. Now the title makes it sound like it's all about money. It's really not. It's more about thinking than it is about growing rich. So it's an idea about mindset and what patterns we have in light of our thought process, which is really interesting stuff. So one thing that they cover in here is goal setting, and this is really important. So I'm going to go over 6 steps for goal setting, and then I'll read out my goal to you for this month, so you'll see what it looks like. But so 6 steps, and I'm going to do this every single month. You're going to see this on the team page at the beginning of every single month, probably on the first day of the month. The first thing is to fix in your mind the exact. Now this list here on the book talks about money, but we're going to talk about points, or we're going to talk about new ambassadors or rank. It doesn't really matter what the goal is. I have my son doing the same sort of thing for a goal he has in life. So, but fix in your mind the number of points you want, or the rank you want, and the points it takes to get there. Like for me, my personal goal, my definite number I'm looking to hit this month is 4,500 points. That is my number.
And it's a big goal.
That's a very big goal. Which is another thing. If you're going to set goals, make them push you a little bit. Like don't, I plan on calling 3 people this month. Like that's not really, like don't waste your time like with that, but make it a big goal, and goals will help you get there. So first thing is fix in your mind what the goal is, and make it specific. Like 4,500 points, 100 points, 50 points, whatever it is you're going for. The second thing is determine what you're willing to give up this month to get it, or what you're willing to give up in the next 90 days to get it. A lot of these things happen in 90-day chunks. And the thing is, we don't have stuff now. And if we're going to get something that we've never got, we're probably going to have to do things we've never done. So the second thing, again, write down, or at least think about what it is that you're willing to give up to get this goal. For me, it's arguing on Facebook. I'm doing way better. I'm a recovering Facebook warrior. So I can't help it that I'm right, and all these clowns on Facebook have gone off the stinking rails. I can't help myself sometimes. But that's one of the things I am giving up, and I'm doing really, really, I think, better. So anyway, number 3, you want to establish a date that you are. I'm not the only one. Thank you, Kayla. Yes. So number 3, establish a date in which you're going to hit this goal. Now, in June, if you have a goal for this month, it could be the end of June. It could be, whatever day, but we have to put a date on it. We don't believe open-ended goals. We have to have a date, right? 4th thing, you want to create a plan, right? We can set a goal, but we have to have a plan on how we're going to get there. So you saw Megan's plan on the wall, right? It's all laid out. She has a nice plan. It's color-coded, whatever. It doesn't have to look like that. Your system can look however you want it to look. Mine is in a notebook. I have 40 different people in my notebook written down, 16 leaders and at least 14 other people on there who are going to be new leaders that I am actively working with, or at least monitoring throughout this month. So I have my plan all written down.
Your system does not have to be sophisticated.
Right. Make it simple.
Mm-hmm.
So number 4 was create a plan for carrying out your desire for hitting your goal. Number 5, write out a statement, just a simple statement that includes what your goal is, what you're going to give up, what date you're going to hit the goal by, and what your plan is to hit it. So those first 4 things, you're just going to write them down. Again, you're going to write out in a clear statement what your goal is, what you're going to give up, what date you're going to hit the goal by, and what your plan is to get there. And then the number 6, we can write these in the notes too, but number 6, the final thing for goal setting is you read this statement out loud every morning and every night. There is something psychologically that happens when you put things before your eyes, and something else that happens when you read things out loud. Just having a goal in your mind is not typically enough. It's better to have it written down. It's better to have it in front of your face all the time. It helps you to focus, and it helps you to stay on track. I'll just give you a simple, I'll read out my statement real quick. It's very simple, very basic. I will promote to the rank of diamond, 4,500 points by June 30th, 2020. I will give up Facebook scrolling. I will give up a family trip to Wyoming, and I will give up the Warrior Dad event in California to hit this goal this month. I will add 235 plus new ambassadors to my organization by helping 16 others hit their personal and organizational goals. And I have all those 16 people and their teams written down here in my notebook on where we need to go with them. So it's really basic, and I just read that out, and I know every morning, every night, this is what this is the focus this month. So having shared that really quick, that's all I got for goals, really. But you have to write it down. You have to write the goals down.
You're going to talk about your formula basically for how many, like your gap. So everyone has a gap,
right,
basically from where they're at,
right,
like where they ended May to where they want to end in June.
Okay, so I'll just use my own numbers real quick, and then you can kind of get an idea on how I determine the amount of work that needs to be done to hit a goal in Plexus. So I need 700 points, right, to hit my goal this month. 700 points total. So if I look at my team in my virtual office, I have levels all the way down to like level 9 now. But my points come from like the average level in my organization is about 3.5. Okay, I get 3.5 points on average per new ambassador. Does this make sense? Because we have the top levels 1 through 3 give you 5, levels 4 gives you 4 points, level 3 gives you, I did that wrong, level 5 gives you 3, 6, 2, 7, 1, right? So if you're a new ambassador, all of your new ambassadors are going to be worth 5 points because you don't have a deep organization. So it's easier to figure that way. Plus, it's easier to figure now because we get points for welcome packs. In the past, it was like, I don't know where we're going to end up. But now it's a really lot easier to map out, which is, I like that a lot.
You guys are so blessed, honestly.
Yeah.
Like all of these incentives lined up, like you get to offer something to everyone that joins, whether they're joining for the first time or whether they're, getting that referral bonus. Like, so many incentives all around.
So what I did is I didn't do 3.5. I did 3. So I'm working off of an average of 3 points per new ambassador. So that would be like 200. I wrote 235 new ambassadors is what my whole organization will need to add this month to get me to my goal. So what I do is I take that 235 new ambassadors times 10.
Stick with us. This will make sense. It's applicable to you.
So it's 200. So that would be 2,350 reach outs at a minimum to hit my new ambassador goal. But the cool thing is, especially as you start having an organization, is that I don't have to make 2,000 phone calls. The organization does, and that's where I think that's where network marketing comes in and that's where you start writing down people's names on walls and you try to help other people hit their own goals. You help enough other people hit their goals and you'll hit your goal. I think if I don't hit a goal, it's not really anybody on the organization's fault. It's my fault because I didn't help enough other people hit their goal. If you help enough other people, your points will take care of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a matter of mapping out where you want to go and how you're going to get there, I think.
And helping your people map out. That's another thing I guess
Right.
I didn't really mention, but you can help your people map out Super Silver. If you had someone that got the stimulus last month and they signed 3 or 6, then you need to map it out and say, hey, if you add 7 people this month, you're gonna hit Super Silver. And guess what? You're gonna hit let me find my notes. You're going to hit a fabulous bonus. Where's my numbers? So basically you can do a little reach out and taproot, not just your level 1s, but anyone. You need to vision cast and lay it out there for them so they know. And this whole thing about it taking 6 months to get to first base, I'm just going to throw it out there, guys.
Forget that.
Like, silly.
Forget that.
Why does it have to take people 6 months to go silver? It's because their vision is limited. And honestly, if Carrie would have told me to go make a post the first day I joined, I would have done it. Like, looking back, but we didn't have that system. We were brand new, like all of us. And so I'm just encouraging you to use this verbiage like, hey, congrats on getting that first referral bonus. I know it can be so scary sharing, but I know your friends will be so glad that you shared with them. I don't know if you know about our next level of bonuses, but once you get to 10 people this month, you'll earn $750. If I could show you a simple way to do that, would you want to partner with me? Or I'll help you do this. Are you game? So I think it's laying it out there and also setting the precedence, like, you can get 10 people this month. I'll help you. But you're going to have to get in the trenches with them and help them make a post. Just that little system, make a post, make a list, message, invite, host an event, right?
Yeah. So that's a way of mapping out what you're going to do. Just however many new ambassadors you're going to need to hit your goal for the month or for the 90 days, even if you set it out for 1 month, 2 month, 3 month goal, whatever you're doing, then I just multiply the number of ambassadors by 10, and that's the minimum amount of people you're going to have to reach out to. Now, if you're brand new, you may not have to reach out to that many. Mm-hmm. So it just depends on where you're at in your journey. But I think sometimes we set a goal and we don't really know how much work or how many conversations it's going to take to get there. And it takes a lot of conversations. So I think it's best when we're starting out setting a goal to know how much work it's going to take. And this is a way to have an idea. It's not an exact science. This isn't a 2 + 2 formula. All right. There's a lot of things that can vary here. But you have an idea on how I map things out, an idea on how Megan maps things out.
And if you need help mapping things out for yourself, maybe you're in between a rank and you're like, I've been hovering around 150 points for like 2 years. Why? We can help you, or if you've never had a conversation with your sponsor of like, how do I get to the next rank? Sometimes it's a matter of skill set where you're lacking something in the skill set. Sometimes it's a matter of mindset where maybe you're comfortable and you're like, well, my products are paid for. Why help? Why would I want to do anything else that's uncomfortable?
Right.
Right. So I think it depends on, it could be mindset. It could be partially mindset, partially skill set, or just deciding like, you know what, why not go for senior gold? Like, it's not that far away.
And here's the thing that I would share with you guys is this, as far as pushing, maybe your next rank seems forever far away. I don't know where everybody's at exactly. I know where a lot of you are at because you're in my book. I've got you written down. Jamie, you're in the book here. You're in the book. Brittany, Liz is in here. Gina's in here. Yeah. So there's a lot of you that are in this book. But the thing is the amount of momentum that the company has right now and the amount of incentives that the company has right now is something that we normally don't always have. So my thought is, if you're going to push for anything, this is the month to push, whether it's for a rank or whether it's to get you to the next step before you go for another rank. I would absolutely take advantage of this month. Just again, all the excitement. We have more rank ups that could happen this month than we've ever, maybe not ever had, but we've not had this many people pushing for another rank for a long time. So there's just a lot of excitement, a lot of momentum, again, a lot of incentives, and I would take advantage of it. Like, I don't think these incentives will be here next month, at least not all of them. Maybe something will come up, but at some point we're going to run out of the stimulus bonus. I mean, they only put so many dollars in that thing. Like, it's going to go dry. Yeah, $6 million.
You want to be one of those 10,000 people.
Hey, take advantage of it. They put that out there to help us. Like, if you talk, Megan talked about duplication, which is basically helping other people go silver and helping other people hit their goals. That referral bonus, stimulus bonus, whatever you want to call it, is a free cash tool for duplication. Like, they're paying you extra to duplicate and build your business. So,
and you're not having to show off that money for people.
Companies don't usually do this. And not only that, they'll just add this, especially for some of you who may be new. The CEO of the company, his name's Tarl Robinson. He's a great guy. He donated his salary for the rest of the year to the employees at the corporate office to help with them and their families with the whole coronavirus shutdown stuff. Now, Plexus has not laid anybody off from the corporate office. All of them are working from home except for the people in the warehouse. They're still working. They've actually hired new people, and the CEO donated his salary to all of them to help their families through this time for the rest of the year. So there's just so many things, positive things going on with the company right now, that if you're going to try to really get some traction or gain some points or new ambassadors for your team, absolutely, this is the month to do it.
And you're joining in a whole lot of people that are doing this too. We don't ever want you to feel like you're by yourself, which is why we're hosting those power hours. Amy and Tammy had a very fun power hour this morning. They had like bonky music the whole time when people were working, which was super fun. I hosted, which was really spotty internet. I'm sorry, guys. I ended up doing like a little Cliff Notes version live on the Momentum group because it was so spotty. I didn't end up uploading the recording. But like, we're training and working with you guys and sending the verbiage. So like, what the feedback we've gotten from these power hours is, oh my word, this is so helpful. Like, I'm actually sending out the messages. I'm not overthinking it, because they're saying, this is what you send, this is who you send it to, boom, done. And the cool thing about those incentives is that it's targeting certain demographics of people. So you have something to offer your customers. You can invite them back. You have something to offer the upgrade customers. You have something to offer any one of your old ambassadors that fell off the bandwagon. You can go invite them back. So there's like literally like so many demographics of people that you can offer something to, which is cool, so super cool. And I'm just encouraging people to double down this month. There's no reason why not to. Everyone's already in the swing of kids are home from school. So it's not like this summer slump is going to happen, because we've already had 2 months of summer vacation, right?
Yeah. There were ambassadors last month, not on our team, but in Plexus, that went from emerald to diamond. And
gold to emerald.
So do the math. Like, from gold to emerald, I mean, that could be anywhere from 100 to 249 point starting point. Let's give them all the credit in the world. Let's say they started at 249 points and they went all the way to 1,500 in a month.
That should encourage.
So that's the type of momentum the company has right now. And again, I don't understand momentum. But when it's there, you like, it's kind of like, you need to make hay when the sun's shining. That's the same idea. Like, the sun is shining on Plexus right now for whatever reason in this season. It is. And, you know, if people are doing that, then we can all hit our goals. If people are jumping 1,200 points or even more, then we can all hit our goals that we have this month. This is the time to do it.
I think it's important to look at the possibilities and go after that. And also it should be encouraging to everyone to know that there was like 20 people that went diamond last month. There was
Yep.
a ton of people that ranked up to jewel. There was a bunch of people that won silver and super like, and
Mhm.
so that's the cool
Yeah.
thing is you see what's possible. And I think it's really encouraging, even after being in Plexus for 5 years, to see those kind of rank ups happening, because
It
it's
is.
showing that people are still invested in their health. They're open to this business opportunity. And sometimes when the momentum hits, the tendency is to pull back because you're like, oh, there's a lot of people joining my team. I don't know them, and like, how do I manage this? And so I would just encourage you to press the pedal down and go for goals. And I mean, yes, it might be more work initially, but what you're going to do is you're building a strong foundation for your business. And all of those people that have come onto your team or into our team in the past couple of months, that's a huge area of potential to help them. And I would just
Mhm.
encourage you guys to work twice as hard, and whatever your goal is, I'm going to put it out there for you guys to double it, because I know you guys can do it. And I was
That's
just
a Jessica Heffley challenge there. That's how Jessica talks. What's your dream? Well, this is my dream. Yeah, you should double that. What? I thought that was my dream. No, do times two. There you. I'm like,
often
whoa.
we think small,
Correct.
and so then we act small. And so if we thought bigger, then we would act bigger, and we would take bigger steps, right? And we would challenge other people to do the same. And this was actually Brooke Hemingway's encouragement on a power hour that I was on, because I'm in her paid mentorship program, and it's been really, really good. But she said, how do we get an impossible goal? And it's by harnessing the power of 3, 6, and 10. And her big trump card because I've been in her coaching since December. It's been excellent, excellent, excellent. And she said, 6 needs to become the new 3 for you. And she said, and I'm going to also agree with her on this. And I think I've been hesitant to say this because I don't ever want to scare anyone off. But like, if you're investing your time in this, might as well like make it worth your while, right? Mm-hmm. And so when we were starting out, like, we didn't stop at 3 because we hit 3 for the month. Like, we pressed the pedal down, and we kept talking to people. And you know what? That opens up the windows of opportunity for you when you start more conversations. Just like Amber said on that little video, she took my chair challenge and she did 100 reach outs and sat in that chair till I think 2 a.m. until something happened. And she said, oh my word, Megan, like, I don't know what happened. There's like 25 people that are like ready to start Plexus with me. I'm like, yeah, it's because of what you did at the end of May.
Something happens. I don't understand it. I don't know if it's spiritual. I don't know what it is. But when you get to a point like, I'm not going to be stopped, it's almost like stuff just gets out of your way and thinks, okay, they're not quitting. Like, this is the Rocky Balboa of Plexus. We're going to go mess with somebody else. But you have to be persistent, and you have to push through. This isn't necessarily easy. It's worth it. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, actually, but you have to push through. And that's one reason why I multiply and showed you those numbers to just give you an idea of how much work it's going to take. It does take a lot of conversations. If have a big goal set and you have your IPA set up of reaching out to 3 a day, you'll never hit it. It's basic math, honestly. It takes a lot of conversations. So a lot of people need to double up on their goals, and a lot of people need to double or triple up on the amount of work that goes in to hit those goals. One thing I'll say is that the issue isn't that I heard this quote, and I'm just going to give you my version because I don't have it sitting in front of me because I don't remember who said it anyway. But basically, it's not that we set too big of goals and miss. It's that we set too small of goals and hit them. And that's the problem. We set too small of goals. It should push us. A goal should push you out of your comfort zone. It should challenge you. So if you're not challenged with your goals, I would up it. It should push you a little bit. It should cause you to make different decisions in life. And I think that's a key to goal setting.
Yes, I will, Liz. That's a great question. Really quickly, I'm gonna just remind you, hopefully you guys all listened to that little Cliff Notes version of the Power Hour, but you need to think through, like, how can I help 10 people get 3. Because this is the thing. Sometimes you look at your next rank and you're like, oh my word, in order to hit senior gold, I have to sign up 60 people. But you need to be thinking like that you're not going to sign 60 people by yourself. You have to find people. Like, how can I help 10 people get that June stimulus? Okay, and use the people that are currently on your team. Let's through those people and find out who wants to. I have, out of all the messages that I sent out, I have 9 so far that have communicated that they want me to help them get their 3. Okay, maybe you help 5 people get 6. Who can you invite back to Plexus? Maybe someone went silver 2 years ago and then they dropped off the face of the earth. I mean, they're enjoying their products, but you probably need to pick that conversation back up in VisionCast for them and say, you know, hey, Janet, I know you know people that could totally be blessed. I mean, don't all of us have 3 people that want in our life, that want better skin, better health, feel better, better energy, better gut health, better immune health? Yeah, we do. It's a matter of finding those people and sifting through those people. And so go back in your virtual office and look at who has 5 points, who has 10 points, who has 15 points from last month, obviously, or who has gone silver before. And then paint the picture of what's possible. So Liz is asking if I could review what I put on each sticky note. So yes, it's going to take some networking within your team also to find out what their goals are. Like, I don't just put people's sticky note up there because I think that they can go silver this month. It's because I've talked to them and yes, they've communicated that they want to add 3 or they want to add 6. So on the sticky note, like for my people that want to go silver or get their June stimulus, I have 3 lines underneath them. And then we'll put their names in, like Brittany, I need to add her 3rd because she has 3 already. She just signed. So then we just had 3 more to go, right? And then some of the other people, I can go grab one of the notes and just give an example. So like I sorted the back office by points and rank. So this girl is going from senior gold to ruby. And so she ended May with 218 points, which she hit ruby senior gold the month before. And so she just fell back a little bit, and sometimes that happens, right?
Hold on.
That's normal. So in order to hit ruby, she needs 500
you
points.
Just gave me this number.
Is someone unmuted? Hang on. Okay, there we go. I think someone unmuted. But anyways, in order for her to go from those points to ruby, she needs 57 people added to her team. Now, these are the people that are the helpers, okay? And then these are the potential helpers. Some people that are going to be the adders on your team aren't on your team yet. So just know that if you're not getting a lot of feedback from the people on your team, that's probably not who's going to help you get to your goal. And just because you had so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so that helped you go senior gold, that may not be the people that help you go ruby, which is why you have to continue to fill the bathtub, right? You need to continue to reach out and help new people start. Fresh blood in your organization is the key to momentum, and it encourages every single person on the team when there's new silvers, there's new super silvers, there's new golds. And I think we need to have the perspective of not just how can I help this person go silver, is how can I help them go gold? They have 20 people. Like every single person has an average network of 500 people that they know. So out of those 500 people, you can at least help 20, right? And so Julie is sitting at gold. She has 140 points. She needs 250 to go senior gold, right? And so she needs to add, well, I guess on this one, I didn't necessarily map out how many people that is, but then there's super silvers and silvers, and plus she's gonna add 6 this month. So you can like even map people's people for them and then have, you know, a list of who's going to go super silver. All of these people have between 10 and 15 points. So why can we not get Jessica, Sonia, Jody, Kimberly, Claire, and Clayton, not just to their 15 threshold points? Well, let's get them to super silver this month, right? Let's host an event for them. Let's offer to do a little Zoom. Let's do this or that or that. Like, I think sometimes we need to be asking ourselves the right questions so that our subconscious mind will start coming up with creative ideas, right? So does that help? Yeah, hopefully that helps. Liz, if you have other specific questions, let me know. And some people that are just newly starting, Like my goal is to help them get their 3 or their 6 and then help them get at least 2 silvers. So that's like a kind of a simplistic, goal for those smaller teams.
One other thing too, if you're going to be successful in this business, you're going to have to navigate often your back office. If you wait until like the last 5 days to get into your back office to look and see what's going on, it's too late probably. So you're going to have to navigate your back office and just see how many people are being added, see who's doing what, see who's ordering, see who's not ordering. And it needs to be something daily that you are going to have to do. I mean, that's your business. That's telling you, that is your organizational report card. I mean, it tells you where you're at. So get familiar with your back office for sure, or your virtual office.
Yes, and a lot of times I will have a plan the night before when I go to bed of who I'm connecting with the next day. So don't wait until your protected plexus hour or hours to like crack open the back office. Well, at least for me, it's better if I have a plan before I like actually start my work time. So at nighttime, a lot of times I'll figure out, okay, what's my plan for tomorrow? What are my top 3 big rocks for the day? What do I need to make sure I get done? So, all right, 2 minutes. Who has a quick question that they want answered? That was a great question, Liz. I'm not sure who is CNM26. You've been praying about 12. That's awesome. And yes, that's something, I don't know if I said it exactly, but if you're planning to rank up this month, you need to actually double that 6 number and go for 12. There's just some times in your business where you put the pedal to the metal. And every time that I've done that in my business, where I've made it my goal to recruit a whole new team, essentially, or that could be, for you, that might be 5, 10, 15, 20 people. But when you spend time doing that, guess what happens? Well, from my experience, because I've done that 3 specific times, and I can look back to those 3 specific times, and maybe not the people I actually recruited that during that period, but other people out of the woodwork. Hey, does someone have a question? Maybe not.
Okay. Yeah, another thing real quick, and like in Megan's talking about, like these huge pushes, everybody's team is different, but some of the best network marketers on the planet and other companies even have had, 2, 3, 4 times where they went all in for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and did an insane amount of recruiting. And they've done that 2 or 3 times in their career.
Right.
So it's not like you have to do these pushes every single month at all.
No. And
you can't keep up if you do. But
right. Probably most of you have never done that. So this might be the month or, the 2-week period that you're going to really push and do that. Or just make it your plan to be more systematic in how you work your business. If you have not seen those posts on how to work my business, go check them out. There's one that was just posted on the 10th. So like the 1st to the 10th, there's a system. For the 10th to the 20th, there's a system. Go read it. It's on the Momentum group. I just posted those. So that will be helpful for you also, so that you're not willy-nilly like plugging in the last 5 days of the month going, oh no, I haven't signed anyone yet. Oh no, I don't have anyone that's going silver, right? So if you're really strategic and intentional at the top of the month, all the way through the month, you're going to be a lot more at peace and also happy with the results that you're getting by systematically working. You're not going to feel like pressure, like, oh, I'm trying to catch up for the last 3 weeks, So, okay, you guys are such a quiet little group.
Perfect.
No questions?
Okay.
Well, thanks for popping on. We'll get this recording up. You guys have a great rest of your day.
See you guys.
And we'll see you soon. We'll see you tonight, actually, on that event. Don't forget, 7 p.m. We're going to pop on probably 10 minutes till and do a little quick live, health testimony, just explain the group. It's going to be fast paced. So you might inform your people like, hey, there's going to be a lot going on. Like there's posting while there's a couple of live testimonies rolling. So, but it will all be finished up within 35 minutes, and then people can go back and read through the 13 posts and listen to the 3 videos. Right. Okay. Have a great day, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.